Well, there are continuing questions today over what's going to happen with Donald Trump's legal cases. Let's go to Annelise Nielsen. She's live for us in Washington, D.C. Hello again, Annelise. So now that he's president or president-elect, do those cases just go away?
Well, yes and no. There are still things that they can do at the state levels, but essentially Donald Trump is free and clear. So when we look at the next case that would be coming up, it's the case in New York. And so he has already been convicted. He is a convicted felon in the hush money case, but the sentencing isn't until November 26. So it's quite likely he now won't appear. That's still a question. But Judge Merchant has to decide, am I going to try and give him a custodial sentence, try and put him in jail, or for an older first-time offender, it's much more likely, if you take the Trump factor out of the whole thing, that he would get more of a slap on the wrist or a fine. So what we're talking about here is how much they want to be politically motivated in New York. We can't rule it out, but if they do try to take Donald Trump into custody, now that he is president-elect, it would be virtually impossible. With the federal authorities now in charge of having him as part of the transition process, they would just simply say it's not happening. When we talk about the other cases, the ones Jack Smith's bringing here in Washington, D.C. over January 6th, Donald Trump said, I'll sack Jack Smith within 2 minutes of starting, and that's quite likely to happen. What they will also be doing in the Justice Department is trying to leave things as long as possible because they'll want Donald Trump's fingerprints on the case with throwing it out. Likely what they're going to be doing from their perspective is trying to enter as much evidence into evidence in the court so that it's something on the record that could be used further down the track, because they will be thinking longer term. When we talk about the Florida case, classified documents, that's essentially already dead. Judge Eileen Cannon said that Jack Smith didn't have standing to bring the case. He was fighting that, but now it's really going to fall victim to the same fate as what we're seeing in Washington, D.C. And then the last one is Georgia, where there was the also election-related charges against him there. That's where the famous mugshot came from. But they're having issues with their prosecutor, Fani Willis, and the whole process of her being investigated for an allegedly inappropriate relationship with one of the lawyers on her team. So this is all really shaping up to be in Donald Trump's favour. He will be going into the White House as a convicted felon, but it seems like everyone coming after him won't have any options left.
Okay, so questions over that down the track. Annelise, thank you.